Hey guys, so I'm in Florida right now. I am at the Causeway. This is where I used to live in Clearwater, Florida for like 10 years before I moved to Texas, even though I'm from Miami, Florida. But I used to live here, and I'm at this place. It's called the Causeway, so people come out here to go like walking and stuff. It's like a long trail, and you just literally walk the trail and look at the water, and there's hotels too and restaurants over here, but this was literally up the street from my house. And it's still as beautiful as I remember. So the Lord has me out here reflecting and just reflecting. So yeah, guys, that's where I am. You see the palm trees behind me. Such a Florida girl, used to Florida, born and raised. I think that's why I don't jump so quick to go to islands, because Clearwater, Florida was voted like best beach in Florida. And it's beautiful. This is not Clearwater Beach. This is literally just a walking trail with water, like a huge land or body of water. It's a beach too, but it's not the beach of Clearwater. But yeah, the Lord just has me here reminiscing. But while I'm on here, I'm going to give you guys a quick word. And this happens on Thursday. It happened on Thursday. And if you don't know, I released a word June 1st. And the Lord gave me over the moon June. And that was the word for the month of June, over the moon June. And I hope you guys can hear me, because there's like cars behind me, because like I said, this is like a walkway, like a trailway. I'm just sitting on the hood of my rental car, which ironically is a Challenger. I don't think you guys can see it. Hold on, it's cute. It's not cuter. Yeah, they gave me a Challenger to rent. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting on the hood of my car and reminiscing. I brought my journal out here too. I'm just gonna sit out here for a while and journal. It's kind of muggy. It was raining earlier, but that didn't stop me. I'm still here. I'm so thankful to be here in Florida. And again, this is just a trip that God wanted me to take to reflect on where he brought me from and how far I've came, and then whatever else he wants to do while I'm here. You know, heal wounds that probably never healed, you know, just giving closure. This trip is about closure and reflection for me. I have not been home since I left Florida 4 years ago. The Lord has never given me the go to visit Florida again until now. But anyways, the Lord is saying over the moon June, and I released a word to you guys, and he was saying expect ironic blessings. And I won't get too much into that, but you can go back and watch the last video that I posted. It wasn't a live, it was a video, a word that the Lord gave me about ironic blessings and over the moon June. Okay, so today is what, Friday? Okay, so this happened yesterday. I went to, there's fish, little fishies jumping in the water. I went to the doctor's office, and I had to get a checkup, and then I also had to get a Tdap shot before I go to Israel. And a Tdap shot is just so that if I step on anything rusty or something that's a nail or something, I won't get the flesh-eating bacteria from, I forgot what it's called. I can't even think right now, but it's a Tdap shot. So I had to get one because I leave for Israel in 2 weeks. And I also just had to get a checkup. And as I was sitting in the waiting room, a young lady came in the doctor's office, and she came in the doctor's office to try to schedule an appointment, right? Which is odd, because we know that we have phones, right? So if we want to schedule a doctor's appointment, we go online or we just call. She came in, but this is how strategic God is. And this is also, before I even get into the word, this is why I tell you guys don't idolize numbers, right? Because, and I've said this on quite a few words, like God speaks through numbers, but he speaks differently. There's different methods that he uses numbers. It's not always going to be, he may give you 58 and he's referring to Romans 5 verse 8 or something from the Bible. It's not always from Strong's Concordance. Sometimes it could be a time, it could be a Bible scripture. It can be a lot of different things when he gives you numbers. So don't start just you know, this means this in the Strong's Concordance and all of this stuff. Yeah, sometimes, a lot of the times, he has me look up stuff in Strong's, but he speaks to me in so many different ways using numbers. It's not always in Strong's, right? And I've said that on so many words, but I just want you guys to understand. And this dream will give you, not this dream, this wasn't a dream, this happened in real life, but this experience will give you an idea of how he uses numbers. Hold on, guys, a plane is passing. I'm also right next to the airport. The airport is like off of the causeway. Okay, so it's gone. But this will give you an idea of how he speaks to me using numbers. And I know you guys that have followed me for a while, you know he speaks to me using numbers. And it's in different methods. But this will show you how important it is to have a relationship with God, so that when he presents something to you, you know what he's saying because you have intimacy with him, right? So anyways, I went to the doctor's appointment, and this girl walks into the office. And she's like, I'm not here to see a doctor. I'm just here to make an appointment. And she's like, I was just in the area. Again, weird, because you can call. They answer the phone all the time. Someone just started their car, and their car is loud. So hopefully you can still hear me. But she could have called or completed the appointment on the internet. She stopped in, but God designed it just like this. Look at this pretty little bird right here. I'm getting so distracted, guys. Hold on. Look at this bird. I got to show you guys. Look how pretty that is. Only in Florida. Do you just have random birds that just literally will walk across your feet? Like, these are the little things I do miss about Florida, but I would not move back here unless God told me to move back here. But this is not my home anymore. It doesn't even feel like home. But anyways, she walked into the doctor's office and she said, I'm not here for an appointment. I just came to make an appointment. She's like, I called you guys a few weeks ago and I don't think an appointment was scheduled, so I'm here to make one. And the lady asked her for her name. Her name was Arafat, A-R-A-F-A-T, right? Arafat. Keep that in mind. So as she said her name, the Lord had me take down her name, Arafat. She said her name, and she gave her birthday so that the lady could pull her up. And the lady goes, your appointment has been scheduled since May 4th, right? May 4th is my birthday, guys. So keep that in mind. The lady behind the desk tells Arafat, your appointment has been scheduled since May 4th. We already have your appointment in the system. You don't have to schedule one. So the girl is like, oh, okay, when's my appointment? And the lady behind the desk goes, it's on 8/28. Right? 8/28. So she's like, oh, okay, thank you. She's like, yeah, you're good to go. And the girl, Arafat, was just like, oh, I wasn't aware. You know, I just figured I'd stop in and make an appointment and so forth. But her appointment was already scheduled, right? And she ended up leaving. So this is what the Lord is saying, guys. Many of you have given birth, okay, and you still feel like there's something you need to do. Okay, her appointment was scheduled since 5/4. 5/4 is my birthday. Okay, her appointment was scheduled since 5/4, and it's scheduled for 8/28. For this word, the Lord is saying a lot of you guys have given birth. Okay, that's why he had me listen in for the 5/4. That's when her appointment was scheduled. A lot of you guys have given birth, and you still feel like there's something that you need to do. And I've done a word on this before. He's saying it's already scheduled. Your blessings are already scheduled, and they're 8/28. Okay, they're scheduled for 8/28. Just like this young lady's appointment was scheduled for 8/28, he says you're scheduled for 8/28, and that's Romans 8/28. All things work for the good of those that love the Lord and walk according to purpose. All things work for the good of those that love the Lord and walk according to purpose. All things. He's saying your appointment has already been scheduled, okay? Your promises, your birthings have already been scheduled, and it's good. All things work for the good of those that love the Lord and walk according to purpose. He's saying all things are going to turn out good for you. Many of you are in your Romans 8/28 moment, okay? Just like he said you're in your Ephesians 3:20, where he's doing exceedingly above all that you can ask, think, or imagine. He's also saying your blessings have already been scheduled. You've already given birth, okay? You've already given birth. There's nothing else for you to do. It's scheduled for 8/28, and he's saying all things will work for your good. All things. Okay, so you're not just expecting one or two things, you're expecting all things to work for your good. Okay, and that is how he spoke to me using these numbers. Not only that, her name is Arafat. The name Arafat means, actually I'm going to pause you guys because I want to get the exact definition. I have it on my phone. Hold on. I just don't want to butcher it. 1 second. Okay. The name Arafat means mount, as in mountain or high, mount of recognition. Mount of recognition. Okay. That is what the name Arafat means. Okay, and he's saying you will be recognized in this season. Like, you will be exalted in this season. Other people will see that God has had his hand over your life this whole entire time. They will see the things that he's told you to prophesy that would come to pass, the restorations, the double blessings, whatever he's had you prophesy that he was going to do in your life. You will be recognized for those things. An amount of recognition means high, a high level of recognition, an exalted level of recognition. Okay, and he's saying that's you. But most of all, flies, Florida flies. But most of all, he is to get the glory for the things that he's getting ready to do in your life, not you. God is to get the glory, and he's speaking loudly and saying, do not forget him. Because what you're being blessed with, it's nothing you deserve. It's nothing you worked oh so hard for. Yes, you were obedient, okay? And obedience is better than sacrifice. And your blessings are on the other side of your obedience. And many of you are being rewarded for being obedient. But all of this comes from God. And he does it because he's good. He's a good God. He's a good Father. And he desires to see you blessed. It is not always hard for God's children. Okay, he desires to be you. He desires to see you, not to be you. He desires to see you blessed and recognized and favored. But don't forget who got you to the place that you're about to walk into. Don't forget to give God the glory in all areas, at all times. You are never to exalt yourself as you're standing upon this mount of recognition that the person who got you to this mount is Jesus. Okay, and I hope that made sense because I feel like I'm kind of like stuttering a little bit because my mind is kind of all over the place. But I wanted to release this word, and I tried to release it earlier, and I was like, nah, I'm not feeling up to it. It's not the right time. And as soon as I said that and stopped the video, I was at the Wawa. Wow, that's a beautiful bird, guys. Wow. It's like 3 white birds just flew by, and they're very unique. But I started to try to record it as I was at the Wawa gas station. I don't have Wawa in Texas, guys. I had to get some Wawa coffee, okay? And I tried to record the word, and I was like, nah, it just doesn't feel right here. And I turned it off. And as soon as I did that, this guy walked out of the Wawa store, and he had a shirt on, an all-white shirt with black letters on the back, and it said, "Not today, Satan." Not today, Satan. And I said, I hear you, God. I said, I will release this word ASAP. I hear you. And that was even a sign to me saying, don't let Satan steal your joy. Like, you're in a blessed season. Like, I've sent you on this trip to Florida to relax and to reflect. But because I'm in a blessed season and getting ready to walk through those doors, Satan is not happy. Let me tell you guys, I've been nauseous, body aches, the whole 9. But when that guy walked out and his shirt said "not today," and it didn't say "not today" like TODAY, it said "not today," TADAY, not today, Satan. And I was just like, I hear you, Lord. And it was in big black letters on his white shirt, "Not today, Satan." And God is saying, not today. Whatever Satan is trying to do to detour you, to distract you, to discourage you, to make you feel like it's not coming to pass, not today. You will not give him the glory. You will not give him the time of day. God is saying it's already been scheduled, okay? Your birthings have already been scheduled to be released, okay? And they're being released on 8/28, and he's saying Romans 8/28, okay? God is very strategic, and this just goes to show you when he uses numbers, it's not always the Strong's Concordance. And don't always be quick to ask, what does this number mean? What does that number mean? Really sit with God. it was easy for me to piece together what God was saying, because the level of intimacy that I have with him, like I know how he speaks to me. So when she walked in and the lady said, your appointment's been scheduled since 5/4, that's my birthday. She's like, it's scheduled for 8/28. God just began to speak. The birthings have already been scheduled. You don't have to do anything. That girl came in there to schedule her appointment that was already scheduled, okay, on 5/4 for 8/28. All things work for the good of those that love the Lord and walk according to purpose. Not some things, not a few things, not a couple things, not one or two things. All things, guys. All things. He's saying it's already been scheduled. You don't have to do anything. That girl came to schedule an appointment that was already scheduled way beforehand. Okay, it was scheduled on 5/4. She's coming at the end of the month to schedule it. It was already done. He's saying it's already done. It's already done. And do not let Satan try to discourage you or get to you or anything, guys, or any of that nonsense. It would have been easy for me to be like, I don't want to go to Florida. Nah, the Lord had me come here to reflect, to see where he's brought me from, to close whatever doors are still open, to heal whatever wounds are still open. I don't know. I feel like I'm healed. I don't hold anything against anything that happened in Florida or the life I lived at that time, but God can see what we can't see. So there's purpose in me being here. And I'm here from from today to Sunday. I took off today, but yeah, there's purpose in me being here. But Satan did not even want me to come here, guys. When I got here, it's so crazy. I'm not even going to glorify his nonsense, but I rented a car from the airport and they gave me a charger. It was a brand new charger. And I started driving and the steering wheel stopped working properly, okay, on the highway. So I had to take it back to the airport, a different airport, and that's when they gave me this white Challenger. And I was just like, look at God. Even in that, he showed up. He's like, nah, I'm putting you in white. You're righteous. You're made righteous through me. Not today, Satan. Not today. So he's been trying it left and right, y'all, but he will not win. He knows when you're so close and on the edge of a breakthrough, and that's when he attacks the most. But God is saying, not today. He's saying your birthings have already been scheduled. Your birthings, your blessings, the things he's promised you, they've already been scheduled, and they're scheduled for 8/28, and it's all going to turn out good, okay? And you will be on a mount of recognition. They will have no choice but to say, God's hand is over her life. God's hand is over his life, because there is no way. This is so ironic. Isn't it ironic? God is saying over the moon, June, guys. But that's the word. I'm going to sit out here for a little bit. It stopped raining, so that gives me some time to just sit with the Lord and enjoy. Let me see if I can show you guys from the back. It's so pretty. You guys see that? It's so pretty out here. You can park here, and then people just sit, and the trail is back there, but people just sit, and the sun is going down too. But yeah, it's really pretty. People just sit and, like, you know, enjoy. So that is what I'm doing. But I love you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend. I'm sure I'll be back on because I do have some words to release, but I'm going to, I do not miss these mosquitoes, okay? That was a fish. I heard the fish jump up and down, guys. It's so cool. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I don't know what the rest of my night or day looks like, but I will enjoy it. But I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.